Welcome to today's webinar. So excited that you could join us. Our guest speaker today is none other than Mr. Naeem Abdullah. He hails from Houston, Texas, building teams all across the country. Mr. Abdullah is a vice president with Financial Education Services, and he is a member of the elite R&R Club and also a $100,000 ring earner. So without further ado, we get this webinar started. Mr. Naeem Abdullah.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for that introduction. And I am so excited, as always, to share this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you an opportunity that I feel is the greatest opportunity in financial services today, with emphasis on credit restoration. Because as you will see in our presentation today, ladies and gentlemen, credit is the core today. It's a saying that we say, if you have no credit, you have no power today. And we're going to share with you why this is considered the greatest opportunity to exist. Just a little of my background. I used to be in traditional business years ago, and I was able to do the things that our parents normally tell us to do, go to school so we can get the great education. And but I had a yearning myself to be in business. And I was willing to try all type of businesses, and the business opportunity were always kind of up and down. And I'm sure there are many of you on this webinar that can agree. Sometimes not every business venture you start is always successful. And so, but I was blessed to have a great mentor years ago that I was able to go and see. Didn't have a webinar at that time, but I was able to go out and hear this gentleman give a presentation in understanding leverage income. And he made a profound statement that stayed with me all night long, even though I was in business for myself. When he said, as long as you are the only person responsible for money coming into your bank account, you could never create wealth. Well, he said, because the secret to wealth is leverage income. Why? Because we all have 24 hours in a day. But if you can't leverage your 24 hours, that means you have to trade hours for dollars. And so when you think about that, if I make $50 an hour, or if I make $100 an hour, ladies and gentlemen, it's only 24 hours in a day for you. And because oftentimes, you know, we work a job, we get paid well for what we do, and then we realize there's somebody above us that makes just a little more money. But ladies and gentlemen, think about this. There's somebody that you never see or very seldom see that's still getting paid for what you do. It's called leverage income. I'm going to share with you an opportunity today. There's so many people around the country are finding out it's the greatest opportunity that exists today in financial services. And so we want to say welcome to Financial Education Services. You know, when you think about America's reality, you see magazine articles like this, Business Week, Time Magazine. Well, today, just some statistics to think about. About 43 million people have a 599 credit score or less. More than half of Americans don't even know their credit score. The average debt today is over $250,000, with many people having less than $500 in their savings account. Nearly 2/3 of Americans cannot pass a financial literacy test, and 49% have no retirement, and only 18% know they're on track to reach their income goals for retirement. And then, ladies and gentlemen, something else that's very important. 65% of American people have no will, and 82% have no trust, and 71% have no medical or financial power of attorney. And then today, the number one crime today, every 2 seconds a person's identity is stolen. So these are statistics. These are the affairs that's taking place in America today. Our company, Financial Education Services, was founded in 2004. We're headquartered in Farmington Hills, Michigan. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we are debt-free with over 100% in annual sales growth. Think about it now. We have to be debt-free. We're speaking about financial services and credit restoration, so we have to be a debt-free company. And we've had the same key executives since the inception of the company. Now, what we're going to share with you tonight are services that we provide, and also we're going to share with you a very lucrative and life-changing business opportunity. These are services that protect your identity, your credit, your family, and your finances. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this opportunity is an amazing business opportunity. Now, our services are protection plan the protection plan membership. Because when you think about it, you know, people join gym memberships to maintain their physical well-being. We're going to share with you our membership that will help you maintain your financial well-being. This is the new trend today. Because years ago, the trend started on where you could join a gym membership and you could work on cardio and so many different things with that one gym membership. So we're going to share with you our protection plan membership. Now, let's talk about the cost of bad credit. Your credit score is constantly being monitored and can impact everything, your interest rates, to your insurance premiums. Also, ladies and gentlemen, the cost of bad credit, without a strong credit score, you could be denied the ability to rent, purchase a home, obtain credit cards, even be denied employment. 60%, over 60% of major companies now are checking people's credit before they hire them or promote them. And then, ladies and gentlemen, also a low credit score could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of your lifetime. Well, let's talk about something else that some people are not aware of. The credit bureaus. The credit bureaus aren't government agencies. You know, they use the word bureau, but they are privately held billion-dollar companies with no legal authority. They are simply in the business of selling and reporting credit information. So when you see Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, ladies and gentlemen, these are privately held billion-dollar companies. So they have no governmental authority at all. Now, let's talk about a few myths that some people are aware of and might not be aware of. That credit agencies are empowered with some kind of governmental authority. That's false, because credit agencies have no legal authority. Because, as I said earlier, they are privately owned companies in business of selling credit information. Credit agencies are required by law to keep derogatory items on your credit report 7 to 10 years. That is false. There's no law that credit agencies have to keep this information. Ladies and gentlemen, they are constantly selling and reselling your information all the time. Information on your credit report cannot be changed. It's illegal or immoral to have the information altered or removed. This is so false. It is not illegal or immoral. Our law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act law that was enacted in 1971, protects consumers' right from the intrusion of credit agencies. There are laws which require items to be removed. Ladies and gentlemen, if they cannot verify the item 100% within 30 days, those items can be removed. Also, paying a past due debt removes it from your credit report. Not so. Just because you pay old debt does not change or erase the fact that at one time you were not paying as agreed. So can this record be changed? Absolutely. And if you get derogatory item removed, it will just come back. Once again, it's a false statement. The item will not come back if the derogatory item is removed legally from your credit report. When an item is removed with the cause under the Fair Credit Reporting Act law, it cannot be legally placed back on your credit report. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is information that I hope you're taking copious notes. Let's talk about our division. FES is our marketing arm, but United Credit Education Service is our division. This is our nonprofit entity that actually do the work. So thanks to the Credit Reporting Act in 1971, you have the right to investigate and dispute these negative items, whether it's late payments, collections, bankruptcies, judgments, foreclosures, public records, student loans, child support, medical bills, tax liens, repossession, evictions, and more. All these are items. Always remember, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. So under this law, these items can be removed from your credit profile. Let's talk about our services, United Credit Education Services. All of our customers are able to have their own personal website. They can see their beginning score. In blue at the top, a customer can see their progress report. But I want you to look at the pie chart in the middle, where you're able to see what makes up a credit score. See, they never told us what makes up a credit score. That 35% of my score is the payment history, 30% is the amount used, 15% is the length of credit history. This is why you shouldn't cut up your credit card, because history, ladies and gentlemen, makes up 15% of your score, 10% new credit, and also the type of credit used. Also, we have a process video for all of our customers. And then to the far right, you can see our customer support 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. So that way, our customers are never in the dark as to what's taking place with their credit process. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this is another way that customers are able to see the progress report. You can see the accounts. Oftentimes, ladies and gentlemen, it's been shown that over 70% of items, some negative items on people's credit profile are oftentimes mistakes. But you can see, for example, you can see the description, but to the far right, you as a customer can see items that are still in dispute, but you also are able to see when the items have been deleted. So you can see when the collection has been deleted, the foreclosure, the tax lien, the repossession. These are examples of how we're able to help so many customers, but our customers are never in the dark as to what's taking place with that credit restoration process. Now, our other services that we provide in the protection plan, we have a last will and a living trust. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Lawyers, depending on what state you're in, can charge up to $5,000 for a living will and a living trust. We all know we should have a will. Why? Because it expresses your desires for the handling of your financial and personal affairs, but having a trust over your will is more important because it avoids the cost and delay of probate. See, ladies and gentlemen, you can avoid probate when you have a trust and it spreads out the distribution of your estate over time. Then you get a financial power of attorney. This designates someone to manage your financial or business affairs if you are unable. You know, sometimes a person can be in the hospital, or you could be on vacation in another country and you lose your credit card. Imagine have someone that's your financial power of attorney. Then having that living trust, but also the healthcare power of attorney. Who's designated if I go into a hospital, maybe I'm in a comatose state, who can make a medical decision on my behalf? And our company is able to, this is all part of your protection plan services as well. Other services that are in your protection plan membership. You have a credit builder where you can access your credit report in an easy to understand online format. Then you have a credit attorney that's part of it to evaluate your case when they are difficult to remove and inaccurate items on your credit profile. Also, the credit attorney can stop the harassing calls. And also, our credit attorney will sue on your behalf. As I said earlier, when you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. That's why the credit attorney is a part of your protection plan membership. Then we have credit monitoring, where you have an online interactive credit report where you can see, you can get alerts anytime there's a change in your credit score. Okay, can you imagine that? And there are no inquiries required when you're able to view your credit report at any time. Other services that we have what's called our debt zero. Imagine having a debt zero system where you can pay items off early. Imagine having a 30-year mortgage, because they didn't teach us about interest and principal, having a 30-year mortgage and being able to pay it off in half the time, in 15 years perhaps, because they didn't tell us how interest and principal work. Okay, the fact that oftentimes it's due by the 5th but late after the 23rd. They're using your money in the marketplace because everything is based on 30 days. So, ladies and gentlemen, this debt zero system allows you to eliminate a lot of the interest that companies and credit cards are charging you, so you can have an early debt payoff system. Then we have LifeLock. We know identity theft is real, but LifeLock is a part of your protection plan membership, because, ladies and gentlemen, if you have no company protecting your identity, you will not know right now whether someone is using your name or information at this time right now. So LifeLock, number one in protecting your identity. Anytime there's a change of address in your name, LifeLock will notify you. If there's a wallet loss or purse loss, LifeLock can shut down every credit card in your purse or wallet when you list all your credit cards with LifeLock. Then we have what's called the financial lockbox. Can you imagine having a way to store vital information? You know, oftentimes there are hurricanes. I'm in Houston, Texas. We know what happened last year. Oftentimes, most people keep birth certificates, bank information, insurance papers, all in a bottom drawer. The storm or fire come along and wash it away. But can you imagine having a financial lockbox where you can store the living will and living trust? Okay, you can store vital banking information, and that information is stored in a cloud where whoever you choose to have the passcode, all that information can be retrieved because you have what's called a financial lockbox. Now, other services that we have a pharmacy discount card where you can save up to 85% on prescriptions. Can you imagine that? And this can be shared with any other family member around the country to be able to save from 10% all the way up to 85%. Then travel discounts. I know it's that time of the year is winding down where so many people are still traveling, but can you imagine saving tons of money on flights, hotels, cruises, whether international flights with our travel discount, where you have a designated person to help you and put plans together to save you an enormous amount of money, and then cash back shopping. Why? Because today people are shopping online. It's the new paradigm shift today where people shop online. But we not only can you shop online with over 4,000 stores through our portal, but you can shop online and have the money that you save deposited into your account. This is all part of our protection plan membership. Then we have what we call our YFL, the Youth Financial Literacy Foundation, where we educate young children from ages 8 to 18 on financial literacy. And we give away scholarships. Every year we give away scholarships because we know oftentimes they don't educate students and children about financial literacy in school. Then right here in the center, you see health insurance. Now, we do not sell insurance, but we offer insurance plans where you have a live licensed insurance agent to help you evaluate and get the best services available to you. Once again, we do not sell health insurance, but we provide a service to help you compare rates. Then, as you look to the far right, you see term life insurance. Well, all the services that I've shared with you are what's considered to be our protection plan membership. But as an agent, we get all the services, plus we get our life insurance policy as a benefit that's guaranteed issued, and there's no medical examination. So once again, that's part of our benefit package, and we do not pay for this. It's part of our benefit package as agents. Ladies and gentlemen, this policy is double indemnity. Once again, it's guaranteed issued, and there's no medical examination. It goes all the way up to $100,000, and it pays out double indemnity if by accident. So this is for you to take a look and see, once again, what I just mentioned about our Youth Financial Literacy Foundation. Our scholarship that we give away every year in February start off at $25,000, and then it goes all the way up. This past year at our convention, our company gave away $250,000. 30 students shared $250,000. Top student received $25,000. Our company flies the student and parents to our convention in Las Vegas, Nevada, to receive their scholarships on stage. Can you imagine that? And this is all because $2 of the $89 protection plan membership goes to support our Youth Financial Literacy Foundation. So there are some other services that we have in our protection plan membership, but once again, this service is offered as a one-time $99 enrollment fee and $89 a month to have all these services. When you think about around the country, when you think about 7 out of 10 people today have less than perfect credit, and today, ladies and gentlemen, with the amount with credit affecting every aspect of our life. Car insurance is based on credit, homeowners insurance, so many other areas. In certain states, your electricity premium is based on your score. And then there are companies that charge as much as $5,000. And then the living will and living trust to protect your family and your assets are part of this service and all the other services. So once again, for only $89 a month. But we have other services. We have services to help you build a trade line of credit. We have our own secured card where you can put a minimum of $200 on this card or up to $2,000 on this card. Remember, this card is to help you build credit. So many people around the country are not aware that when you have a credit card, if you should keep your balances at 30% of your balance. Okay, so imagine if you had $1,000 limit on a credit card, you should keep your balances at 30% or $300 or less, and your scores will go higher. But if I have a $1,000 limit on my card and I'm keeping the balance at 700, then the FICO will hold my score down. So we have our own secured card. Then we have something else that's so unique that's called Credit My Rent. Think about this. 40% of American people have still rent or lease, but it does not report to the Bureau. Now we have a program where your rental history can be used as a positive trade line of credit. And ladies and gentlemen, can you imagine using your rental history and adding 50 to 70 points to your score by using your rental history? So this is amazing what our company, Financial Education Services, helps our consumers around the country. Now, what I like to do is shift gears and talk to you about the business opportunity. You know, one of the things that when I was looking at this opportunity, the question was asked as a litmus test, would you tell other people about this, even if you were not going to get paid? And I'm sure you would, because we tell people about great movies, great restaurants, but I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, the business opportunity, how you can position yourself for wealth and be, as my mentor used to say, be in front of the money instead of chasing the money, because there's a new paradigm shift that's taking place with this industry. You know, there was a book written years ago by Robert Kiyosaki called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, but he also wrote a book called The Business of the 21st Century. In this book, Robert Kiyosaki talks about the principles of wealth. He said, how do you judge wealth? He said, you judge wealth by the number of days you can survive without physically working and still maintain your standard of living. In this example, he said, what if your living expenses were only $4,000 a month and you had $12,000 in your savings account? Do you realize your wealth is only 3 months or 90 days? Now that's something to ponder. So if you had to stop work tomorrow or lost your job, how long could you survive? What he's sharing with you is that your goal should be to develop a residual income or passive income that's greater than your monthly expense. And we're going to talk about this opportunity with Financial Education Services. So the business opportunity, you can obtain personal clients and expose the protection plan membership, or we're going to share with you how you can recruit, train, and build a nationwide organization. See, I was told, ladies and gentlemen, years ago that wealth is in distribution, not in sales. See, Samuel Walton created a paradigm shift in retail to give you access to things that you have to buy, okay? And the same thing with McDonald's. They might not make the best tasting burgers or the healthiest burgers, but they still sell the most burgers because they set up a distribution network. So we're going to share with you the several ways that we get paid with FES. Now, once again, to be an agent, to own your own agency or franchise, if you will, it's only a total of $288. It's a $199 enrollment fee one time, plus the $89 membership, where you have all the services that I just shared with you. You have all those services. We get paid weekly, direct deposit every Thursday, all the tax advantages of owning your own business. So we're going to share with you. And then don't forget, as a benefit for you, you have a $100,000 life insurance policy that's free as a benefit package for you. So let's talk about how we get paid. Now, in this example, imagine that you're an agent in the business. And when you enroll a customer for our protection plan membership, the company pays you $100, okay? And there's no limit. We do business in all 50 states, Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Virgin Islands. Can you imagine enrolling 2 or 3 customers like a lot of our agents do, knowing that 7 out of 10 people today are looking for credit to have their credit improved and restored all over the country? Ladies and gentlemen, in this example, we get paid $100, but we get paid also $12 a month residual income. So this next slide will give you just an example of what I mean. Now, imagine if you only enroll 5 customers a month and made $500. $500 a day could make a difference in a lot of people's household. Matter of fact, statistics have shown that the average person that filed bankruptcy only needed an additional $500, okay? But in the middle of this presentation, you see where it says strive for 5. Why? Because as an agent with FES, once you enroll 5, your services are free. Okay, think about that now. We pay the $199 one time, but now you can enroll 5 customers or agents, any combination, and your services are free. But imagine in the middle of this page, what if you only enroll in 5 customers a week, like so many agents around the country? That's an additional $2,000 a month, part-time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we don't do any of the work. The company do the work, we get paid direct deposit. Or like some agents, 10 customers per week and have a potential earnings of over $4,000 a month. And when now we're able to train you where you go to real estate companies, mortgage brokers, and they will send you their clients. And we're able to go to mortgage broker and say, what are you doing with the 30% of the people that are being turned down? Well, I don't do anything with them. Well, let us show you how you can monetize those customers through our credit restoration program. Same thing, we go to car dealership. And ladies and gentlemen, the potential earnings of having 20 customers a week, the potential earnings is well over $100,000 a year. So let's talk about the other ways we get paid. Don't forget, we get $12 a month residual income as well. Now, let's talk about the other way we get paid called customer acquisition bonuses. This is how you build a distribution network, okay? How you can broker your business and invite others to be a part of your agency as you build your agency. In this example, you're an agent. Well, imagine introducing the business to this young lady. We'll say her name is Karen. Karen enrolls 2 customers that she knows. Karen is paid $200. Okay, but you, the company says, because you introduced the business to Karen, they pay you a $100 customer acquisition bonus, and I'm saying CAB for short. Okay, now this transaction takes place, but what if you had 2 other people? Our company promotes you to what's called a field trainer position. In that same transaction now, because you are at the field trainer level, you introduce the business to John. When John enrolled 2 customers that he knows, that releases a customer acquisition of $160 to you, okay? Then, you're a field trainer at this position. When you have 2 other people become a field trainer like you, our company promotes you to what's called a senior field trainer. That means that same transaction of introducing someone to the business and they enroll 2 customers, that releases a $240 customer acquisition bonus to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the richest compensation plan in the industry. And when you think about this next level, when you have a minimum of 3 people who have become a field trainer, the company promotes you to what's called a sales director. The sales director position pays out anywhere between $4,000 to $6,000 a month part-time. Because at this level, you receive $380 on that same transaction. $380. Larry comes into this business. He enrolled 2 customers that he knows. Larry is paid $200. The customer acquisition bonus to you is $380. You can build nationwide. In the next example, because I want to share with you why this position, ladies and gentlemen, we always say people can change their zip code if they choose to at this position, because that's potentially an additional $60,000 a year that you can add to what you're currently doing. The beauty of this business, you can do it part-time. So pay a close attention to this as a sales director. So imagine you are a sales director, which means you're a $380 position. But because you have your niece, her name is Angie. Angie enrolls a customer. She's a new agent. Angie has a customer in another state, we'll say Arkansas. He joins the business. He enrolled 2 customers. He made his $200, but Angie received $100. But to the far left, you were nowhere around, and you were paid $280. This is what Robert Kiyosaki referred to as passive residual income, because this transaction can take place 10 or 12 times in one day, where you could potentially make $2,800. This is called passive income, when you make money when you're nowhere around. You know, when you have the opportunity to get up when you wake up, or just go to bed when you're tired of being up. That's what this business opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, rewards you at this level and higher. So in this example, to the far left, to unlimited levels, to the far left, as an agent, you can get paid anywhere from $100 all the way up to the far right, $550, when you personally enroll an agent, and that agent enrolls 2 customers. That releases your customer acquisition of $100 all the way up to $550. But the numbers below, so look in the middle at a sales director. So a sales director is $380, but when that sales director brings another agent in that have that same process, that releases still $280 to you. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the richest compensation plan in the industry, but we're able to help a lot of people. This next slide is talking about our infinity pay. This starts at the sales director position, where the company, the second Tuesday of every month, pays out an infinity pay based on the volume you created. Okay, so in this example, sales director volume is $10,000 minimum in the month. So you get a 0.5% of $85. But as a regional sales director, you get 0.75% because you're doing over $25,000 in volume. So can you imagine getting $187? But when you're an executive sales director, you're doing a minimum of $50,000, and the company gives you 1% of that as a bonus. That's $500. But it goes all the way up to a senior executive vice president that we have, ladies and gentlemen, at this level, where you are doing over $5 million in business volume, and you getting 2.75% of that. Then that's $100,000 extra money. on top of the money you're currently earning. And we have people at that level right now. Can you imagine that $5 million in business volume and you getting a minimum of $100,000 as a bonus, infinity bonus? So there's no limit on this, ladies and gentlemen, that you can get paid. So we have something else that's unique. It's called our R&R Club, rest and retirement and relaxation. And ladies and gentlemen, in our R&R Club, you not only can you have the choice of getting an Audi, okay, my wife and I are in the R&R Club, but on this next slide, when you, not you personally, when you and your organization have 500 protection plan memberships in your organization, I just want to reiterate, not you personally, but you and your organization, you have your choice of driving any Mercedes, Cadillac, or Audi. And the company gives you $600 a month for your car note. Can you imagine with good credit what your car note can be? Then you see also you're able to, when you have 1,000 protection plans, you're able to receive a one-time $10,000 bonus check. Then later your car allowance goes to $1,500 a month. The company's already giving you $600 a month. They give you an additional $900 a month, so you can choose to buy another car, or perhaps you could put it in a mutual fund or some type of savings. Then your bonus again, goes to $25,000 bonus that you get. And then, ladies and gentlemen, please look to the bottom left. Our company has what we call our house note bonus, where you can get $5,000 a month to pay your house note based on the growth of the protection plans in your organization. You know, Robert Kiyosaki said wealthy people build networks. Everybody else is just trained to look for work. So ladies and gentlemen, in your network, not only can you qualify, and we have agents that have qualified to receive a house bonus. So if your house note is only $2,500 a month, our company put the other $2,500 toward the principal, so you can have an early payoff system, and then you are able to qualify to drive your Bentley. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know right now, our company have agents that are driving Bentleys that the company makes the payment. Then you have that one-time cash bonus again of $50,000 one-time cash bonus. We have a retirement match of up to $25,000. Then our monthly lifetime bonus is up to $250,000. $100,000 to $250,000 monthly lifetime bonus. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the richest compensation plan in the industry. So when you think about this, who do you know that has less than perfect credit, does not have a will, living trust, or powers of attorney? Who do you know that has debt and would benefit from our debt payoff system, or work in a credit-related industry such as real estate, mortgage, auto, banking? Okay, who looking for something part-time or full-time income? And on top of that, there are so many people frustrated with their current career and need a change. And ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this too: who wants to become financially free? You know, ladies and gentlemen, in our industry today, I just want to give you a recap. You can become an agent and a customer for only $288. You can become a customer for $188. But ladies and gentlemen, what I'd like for you to do is ask the person that got you on this call today, get back with them, get your question answered tonight, and we want to thank you and welcome you to our FES family. Thank you again, and we'll see you at the top.